Hello everyone, welcome to another SuncatByte. Today's SuncatByte we are going to focus on algorithms. But in C++, a lot of people, a lot of beginning programmers make the mistake, a very big mistake, of just going in and starting to program right away. So they get an assignment, they get a program, they just start writing without putting any thought into things first and they try to figure things out as they go. It's always best to put things in pen to paper and get your thoughts organized. Okay, so to do that, basically what you need to do you need to create a set of steps, processes, or rules to follow, make things flow more smoothly when you program. When you do this, this is known as an algorithm. You actually use algorithms all the time in the real world. Some examples of algorithms would be recipes for cooking, for instance, even when you do your laundry, you're following a process or procedure, right? There's an algorithm behind that, whether you know it or not. Those of you that are be like me and be a big Breaking Bad fan, Walter White followed an algorithm to make his pharmaceuticals. So on and so forth. So let's say that we have, let's look at writing an algorithm. So say we have a rectangle and we want to calculate the area of a rectangle. What would be the steps that we went through in order to do that? All right, well, first thing we'd probably want to do is ask our user for the length and width of the rectangle. What would our next step be? Well, now that we have the length and the width, we'd want to do a calculation, right? So we would want to multiply the length times the width. When that's done, we need to tell the user what we did. So tell the user what the area is. That's a simple written algorithm. In one of our previous SuncatBytes, we alluded to algorithms and talked about using charts or pseudocode or paragraphs. This is more of kind of a paragraph format here. Something else we could do or look at would say, and this is actually an example from your book, say we were looking at sheep and counting sheep. If we wanted to do that, we could look at this algorithm, which is kind of a combination of a flowchart and paragraph format, right? So here we have a text file. In that text file, we have text Baba black sheep sitting in a field. How many sheep do you see? Little Bo Peep counting her sheep. Little Bo Peep is a she. This is a silly example, isn't it? That's our input file. The algorithm we're going to do is we're going to say read in the line one at a time. We're going to do that first. Then here's our sheep counting program, and it has an algorithm. What's that algorithm? If we look down at the bottom here, the first thing we're going to do is check the line letter by letter for sheep. How do we do that? We start by looking for an S. If you find an S, then you check the next letter and see if it's an H. If the letter is an H, check if the next letter is an E. So continue with E and P. Increment the sheep counter if a sheep is found. So you're only going to increment the count if you have S, H, E, E, P. Then you keep looking at the next letter. Is it an S? If it is, then you look for the H, E, P. If it's not, then you just keep going on. Continue checking all the letters till the end of the line is reached. Read it in a new line if you're not at the end of the file. So in this case, if we're looking at our input file, this Baba black sheep line, we don't see anything there, right? until we get to the S here at the end of the line, and that's going to be sheep, so our counter is going to be 1. Sitting in a field, nothing. How many sheep do you see? Now our counter will be 2. Sheep count will be 2. Little Bo Peep counting her sheep. Now we see 3. Little Bo Peep is she. This is a silly example, isn't it? So when we're done, we're going to actually count 3 different sheep by following the algorithm that's written at the bottom here. So in general, what you want to do is you can write paragraphs and format it with general statements, that kind of half code, half words, half code, what we call pseudocode. You can use flow charts, but no matter what, always think it out, write your algorithm out first before you start programming. It will make your life easier. You know, it's on a napkin while you're at a restaurant, piece of paper because you're woke up in the middle of the night having nightmares about programming and you want to write it down then, just go ahead and do that. Now, as we get into more complicated programs, you'll have multiple algorithms in a given program, and you eventually end up writing different functions to implement those algorithms. But we'll get to that later on. For right now, I just wanted you to kind of have a general understanding of algorithms. Make sure you use them. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, as always, you can email me or attend office hours or post on our discussion board for your weekly questions, and we'll get things taken care of that way. So until I talk to you again, take care. Talk to you soon.